alle ore 16:55 è in arrivo a Milano.
Florence. Oh, shit's cold. Walking to our accommodation, our first sight of Florence is this basilica. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's also enormous. We thought for just one night it wasn't worth doing a home exchange, so we'd do a hotel, but it was so expensive. But I found a cheap one, having no idea where it was. And we really did strike it lucky because we were just next to the basilica, and because we had backpacks, we got the downstairs room, which was so huge. At least we don't have to come up during the night. This is the cheapest hotel I could get for me. Obviously it was last minute and it was cheap. Read the shower with 100 jets, no 6, but that's still pretty cool. How cool is this? Here's our little backpacks, and Dave's making a cup of tea. There's plenty of daylight left to explore Florence. We actually entered the basilica this time, but it's a bit opulent for me. And we did the Medici Palace. And the Medici Chapel. And here's Dave posing with the fake David. The other fake David, the one that's done by Michelangelo, is inside a museum somewhere. Oh, and there was this fake one also. It was in the park. And I think we saw the artwork from nearly all the Ninja Turtles, and even their statues. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. They were all there at some stage. And we headed to the highest point in Florence, the park up there, for a view of Florence and the sunset, which there wasn't one, but it was still beautiful up there, but it was so cold. But wow, what a view of Florence. Another beautiful, decadent church. I'm unsure if I'm in awe or disgusted by it, the opulence of it all. With some tiramisu and some hot chocolate. Having had similar in Spain, I had high hopes but it was pretty disgusting actually. And we've got time this morning for one more look at another Medici palace. And now we're here in Verona, where Dave thinks of the two gentlemen of Verona, of course, and I think of Romeo and Juliet. Hoping we're in the right place, not sure what door. Exactly where we're staying. In here somewhere. Our home exchange here exceeded all expectations. Absolutely beautiful, over 1,000 years old. This was absolutely the best spot to have a wine and read a book.
There goes the kitchen. Who's in the kitchen? Hello, Brenda. What's that for a store? Fry an egg in that. And outside you can see. And next, yeah, essentially see 11:52 this church. Toilet. Bedroom one. Another couple of stairs. Outside.
And now to explore Verona. So pretty. It has its own amazing amphitheatre, built originally in 30 AD. It seats up to 22,000, used to seat up to 30,000 in Roman times. Not the greatest weather, but the town was spectacular.
Lovely day, Brenda.
Yes, David.
Hello.
Where are we, David? It's just
We're
a
in
castle.
Castel del Tributale. Tribunale.
And what is it? It's just a castle.
It's just a castle. It's where the chariots come in and it's
That's our clock tower, isn't it there?
That's our clock tower, yeah.
That's how we navigated our way around Verona. Look for the clock tower. It was just near home. We were in search of Juliet's balcony, but we found Romeo's home. And it was time for Mass. It was Sunday. Time for chips, a little bit more exploring. And at last, Juliet's balcony.
Romeo, Romeo, where art thou?
And the statue of young Juliet. Everyone rubs her breast for good luck, but it seems a bit bizarre as she was only 13 years old. So we opted not to. Leaving Verona for Venice. catch a boat to Murano, just for something different. But the Venetian glass is a bit much for me, so we head back to mainland for a bit of lunch. I'm not sure you call it mainland though, or whatever, the island of Venice. And spend the afternoon getting lost and exploring and having a lovely time. It's really quiet during winter, so great time to come to Venice. There's a few more people in St Marco's Square when we get there though. And it's bye to Venice and home for our last night's sleep in Verona. Garibaldi Park. That's not impressed. In Milano though. We did have a lovely lunch. And we're about to catch the train onto Como. Milan's railway station is huge. We managed to find our train somehow. And we arrived at Como in the pouring rain. Luckily it was only a 15-minute walk. Turn around. And we arrived at our new home exchange. So nice and warm and neat. It's lovely. Hopefully we'll see the mountains before we leave. Our apartment was just off Como Lake, and I think the aerodrome. All the seaplanes landed here and flew off from here, which seemed to be so many. Even though Dave decided he wouldn't like to be on board one, flying through that fog and those mountains. And when there were no planes, it was very tranquil. This is Villa Olmo. And it's beautiful. We're just walking around the gardens as it's not opened. It is winter, so lots of the villas and that are closed.
We can come into the gardens, which are very beautiful. Just up the way.
Definitely not the house for the normal person around here. Imagine how much it'd cost to keep these ones going. We spent the first day just exploring, which we love doing. Nothing actually in mind to see or to do.
Here we are.
It all looks so beautiful, but actually when you look a little closer, maybe not so beautiful. As in Como itself, it can look very polluted on the sides.
Good smile.
That night we seeked out a vegan restaurant called Vegama, the food was amazing. I had the best soup I've ever had, I reckon. And now it's my time. Dave loves reading signs, well I like seeking out the quirky. I made him walk around this basilica 4 times just so I could find the frog and the butterfly. By all accounts, they had a flood in Como and they believe it was saved when it got to the height of the frog and the butterfly, which was not easy to find, but you're supposed to rub it for good luck. We found it, and it wasn't actually that extraordinary. Then I had him seeking out the Roman barbs somewhere, which were going to be below a car park. But we found this lovely garden in the way, which we really enjoyed walking through. And I did find them in the middle of a car park, or below it. And then I had to find the Roman wall that went around the city at one stage, and then the market. So Como had been explored. It was now time to head onto a boat, ferry, and head out to Bellagio.
Look at the side. Just exploring the side roads of Bellagio. I'll go back down there in a minute. So that's a dead end up here. of course. More side alleys in Bellagio.
It was quite spectacular. Photos don't show half of it. It was really amazing. But we stopped along the way for a very warming lunch, soup, and we're off again across the lake and headed for Bellagio, but actually got off in Verano, which was beautiful. Much to Dave's pleasure, we even found a graveyard. Verano was definitely our favourite. Always lots of stairs.
Oh, people visiting. Okay.
But sadly we had to head back to Como and get packed and get ready to move on. Tomorrow we head from Como here in Italy to Colmar in France. It's quite a long trip. We're trying to work out if we go by bus, go by train. The train's about a 9-hour ride and 2 changes, and also costs over $100 each. Bus is something similar. And then I heard of BlaBlaCar. BlaBla is a carpooling app that's here in Europe. So I thought I'd give it a go, and amazingly we have a young fellow who's happy to take us. €40 for the pair of us. I have no idea what we're doing really, but we're going to meet him outside Como, and he supposedly drives across Switzerland and drops us off in Colmar in 4 hours. So that sounds really good. We'll see how it goes.